Welcome to Learn Jazz Bass with Matt Rabicki. I'm glad that you're here. All hail the great Paul Chambers. This is a tune written by Milt Jackson, and it is a basic B-flat blues. And I wanted to share it with you because the head, the main melody, is quite easy to play, basically. Partially because it repeats itself 3 times. And this is in the sort of vein of tunes like Centerpiece or Sunny Moon for Two, where that happens. You've got one main sort of riff that repeats 3 times, and that is actually the main melody. You can use that tool for yourself to write your own blueses. You know, normally in the sort of codified older version of blues tunes, there's a sort of structure to the melody of the head, which had a sort of statement and then a restatement of that first idea, and then a sort of answer. Or so it could also, you could also think of it like question, question, answer. So a question for 4 bars and a question for the next 4 bars and then an answer for the last 4 bars. This would be oftentimes associated when tunes had lyrics. Of course, not every blues is like this. Blueses are, you know, all over the place, which is great. But nonetheless, that can be a sort of thing, an anchor point to hang on to as far as ways to listen to blues melodies. And let me play a quick example of this that I'm talking about where I think really demonstrates it very, very clearly. Listen to this real quick.
Say I ain't good looking.
Yeah.
Baby, I ain't built so fine.
Who said that?
Say I ain't good looking. Baby, I ain't built so fine.
I'm worried about what's on your mind. That's all.
But all the boys like me, 'cause I take my time.
That's the trouble now.
That was clear to you, that we've got a statement and a response. And now that you sort of see that, I bet you're going to see it in a lot of other places, as is the phenomenon with the human mind, right? But Late Late Blues doesn't do that, as I say. And this beginning part of the melody slash head is not that, right? Where we're just repeating one riff 3 times. I say melody slash head because it's a little bit unclear, actually, to me. What is the actual melody? Because we play this riff, Paul plays this riff with Milt Jackson, and then Milt plays a different melody, which is not exactly the same. It's not one riff. It is a basic riff that is changed according to the chords as they change. It's still the same basic idea of like keeping one idea, but it's not the exact same riff repeated 3 times. So which part of that, you know, you can think of it like 2 choruses is the whole melody perhaps, or maybe this bass part that Paul Chambers is playing is sort of an intro. Maybe this whole 2 choruses of intro and then just 1 chorus of the main melody that Milt Jackson is playing. I'm not exactly sure the answer here. Maybe some of you know and will share with me. I hope that you do. Nonetheless, this riff part is really, really fun, and this is the kind of tune that is not difficult for anyone to learn, so I hope that you would sort of take it on and maybe want to call it at jam sessions or gigs and so on and so forth, because it's slightly obscure, not terribly obscure, but something fun to play with these hits that are in the head, and Paul Chambers, as I say, or the bass playing this riff at the beginning that is fun to play with everybody. And I think part of why it's fun to play is that it lays well on the bass, to me at least. The fingering choices are, to me, closer to how I might finger it on electric bass, which is where I started when I was a youngster. And I say that because I'm playing the G that's involved in this closed. This riff itself, by the way, it uses a combination of notes that I really like, which is the 6th degree of the scale of the moment and the flat 3rd. I like that sound together, the G. When the B flat is the root, and then we've got G is the 6th or 13, and B flat, D flat is the flat 3rd. I really like that sound, can't exactly say why. This riff uses that too, riff slash melody, uses that too. So for fingering, I am starting, the first note is F, and I'm starting that F with my first finger and playing the G closed, as I said. So F, G, and it starts on the downbeat, right in the first bar, starts on the downbeat, the riff starts on 1, 1, and then as is common in electric, we've got this sort of box shape of you go like one fret, skip a fret, and you've got another one, and then up a string, same sort of pattern. So 1, 4, 1, 4, that's B flat C. 1, 4, 1, 4, F, G, B flat C. And now here's the tricky quote unquote spot of this little riff, is that we've got to make quite a big shift from here. And I understand there may be more effective or efficient ways of fingering this. This makes sense to me, and so this is how I'm doing it. But that it does involve a bigger shift. I'm here on the B flat with my first finger, C with my fourth finger, and I've got to shift my whole hand where my first finger is right here next to where my pinky is. The reason I have to shift that far to my first finger is because the note after it is an E flat, which is here. So I need to reach this, so I need to make my hand go that full leap. So if you are looking for sort of a visual cue, imagine your pinky where it is on the C and just imagine it's still there and move your first finger next to it. That's going to get you close, at least, to that jump. So F, G, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, D flat again. Now jump back down to C, C, same finger we were using, B flat, first finger. Now we have a G again, but this one I'm going to play open because of where it's going. I'm going to play open G, F with my fourth finger, B flat with my first finger, because that's where it's going. So that's why I'm playing it there. Again, slowly. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. One, 2, 3, 4. And then you do it a third time. Open G, right? And now comes this other part of the melody, or the main melody itself, that Milt Jackson, Bags is his nickname. This album's called Bags and Train, by the way. So Milt Jackson, John Coltrane, Bags and Train. So Connie Kay on drums and Hank Jones on piano. I don't want to forget to let you know that. Great album. So after this, the riff is played 3 times. Then we've got these hits on 2 and 4. And essentially all we're playing is the root and then the flat 7. So on beat 2, we play the root, 1, 2, 3, and then flat 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now we're going to switch chords. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, E flat, D flat, 1, 3, 4, 2. And then it does a sort of a little bit of a different turnaround. It goes F, and then I'm not exactly sure what this chord is here. I think it's intended to be some sort of D flat 7 if we're following the pattern, right? Because it plays D flat and then a C flat or B natural. Nonetheless, all on 2 and 4. Nothing super complicated, but you want to make sure that you are feeling it properly when you are playing with others. So play along with this recording, and I hope that you enjoy it. You know, if you like talking about the blues and looking at Paul Chambers and thinking about bass lines related to the blues and so on and so forth, I want to invite you to come and take my new course, which is going to be released on November 4th. It's called Jazz Bass 101, Walking Essential Tunes, and there are 5 main topics, one of which is the major blues. And we're going to take an in-depth look at the major blues form and how we can make walking lines on this very important part of jazz music. The others are minor blues, standards, cycles of fourths, and rhythm changes. Everything gets a very deep dive. We're looking at masters, we're doing exercises together, call and response, lots of transcriptions, and so on and so forth. We do take a close look at 6 choruses of Paul Chambers' bass line on the late blues when we're talking about the major blues in that course. So I wanted to invite you to join me there. I hope that you do. I like playing this tune a lot. I love Paul Chambers, and this full transcription is available for you if you'd like it, as well as, of course, free PDFs below. Thanks for joining me today. I'm so glad that you were able to stop by. Please like, subscribe, look for those PDFs. Always remember, straight ahead and strive for tone.